I never thought betrayal could have a scent. Warm, heavy, clinging to the air like smoke that refuses to leave a room. But the night I walked into our bedroom and saw the red sheets spread neatly across the bed, I felt it in my bones before I even knew what it was. Red had never been Sarah's color. She preferred soft blues, pale creams, gentle shades that made our room feel like a sanctuary. But this was different. The red sheets glowed under the dim lamplight, almost theatrical, and the moment I stepped closer, I caught it. A scent that didn't belong to me. It wasn't just her perfume or the roses she sometimes placed in a vase by the window. No, this was different. This was sweat, warmth, the faint musk of two bodies tangled where I should have been. My chest tightened as I stood there, staring at the bed that was supposed to be ours, now carrying whispers of a story Sarah hadn't told me. My mind raced, but I forced myself to breathe, to act normal. That night I kissed her cheek, smiled, and said nothing. But when I lay down beside her and pulled the covers over me, it was as though another man's shadow was still in the room. Every time I shifted, every time I inhaled, the smell rose up like a cruel reminder. Someone else had been here. I closed my eyes and told myself it was nothing, just my imagination. But the sheets didn't let me forget. They carried more than color. They carried evidence, unspoken, undeniable. And as Sarah slept peacefully beside me, I stared at the ceiling and wondered when my marriage had become a stage for lies dressed up as passion. Over the next few days, I couldn't escape it. The red fabric haunted me. Each night, sliding beneath those covers felt like stepping into a place I no longer belonged. Sarah claimed she'd bought them on sale, that she just wanted to make the room feel alive. I tried to believe her. God knows I tried. But the excuses started piling up like bricks in a wall I couldn't ignore. Late nights at work, sudden changes in her habits, the way her phone never left her hand. One evening, she came home flushed, hair tousled, her smile a little too forced. When I asked where she'd been, her answer came sharp, defensive. It was just one night, David. Just one night out with friends. Can I have that? Her words cut, but it was the tone that left me hollow. She wasn't convincing me. She was trying to silence me. That night I lay awake again, the smell rising from the sheets, stronger than ever, like it had seeped into the fibers. It was no longer just perfume or detergent. It was intimacy, heat, the lingering ghost of someone else's touch. At 2 a.m, I woke to an empty space beside me, her warmth still etched into the mattress. I stumbled into the living room and found her curled up on the couch, phone pressed to her ear, voice low and trembling, not with fear, but with tenderness. Words that used to belong to me now belonged to someone else. I didn't confront her then. I stood there broken, watching the woman I love pour herself into another world I wasn't part of. And in that silence, the truth became louder than any confession. She said it was just one night, just one mistake, but the red sheets told me otherwise. They told me of sweat and whispers, of laughter that wasn't mine, of promises unraveled in the dark. They told me my home had been invaded not just by another man, but by the realization that forever can end quietly beneath the very covers you thought would keep you safe. And as much as I wanted to fight it, to erase it, the truth was already sewn into the fabric of my life. Every breath I take still carries that smell, that memory, that night that was never really just one night at all.